everybody. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Hope you're ready, because we've got another good one on tap.
Ready to get us started, it's Cade York. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. There he goes, left side. He will score. Touchdown, Washington. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. Leading them out, boy, a modern-day legend. He's been here 18 seasons now in the NFL. Of course, he played at Harvard, one of the top 35 passers in NFL history. Ryan Fitzpatrick. Right to the air, Fitzpatrick. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Second down, looking to throw, Fitzpatrick. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. To throw is Jackson, rolling to his right. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
That's multiple times now he's tagged him with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Jackson's going to try the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Again, it's Smith. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. On the return is Osborne. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. They go play action with Jackson. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Ray Nitschke gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Jackson now. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dominique Robinson drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Now it's Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. Forced out to his left. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Fitzpatrick on first down. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Champ Bailey. There he goes, right side.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown.
Well, the way things have been going in this one, Charles, it was only a matter of time before this defense got involved and made a big play. And they do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD, and we're only in the first half.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it. You mentioned this large lead. How's this their first takeaway of the game? And what a spectacular one it was. Adding to the lead, showing the true dominance, and you're exactly right. We're still in the first half.
From the 6. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
To throw again on second down, Fitzpatrick. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
And McPherson on for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This one fielded at the 5.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On third down, Fitzpatrick. That's caught by his tight end, Shockey.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give up the middle, it's Emmett.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Fitzpatrick to throw it. And a little floater there is incomplete.
Well, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why that. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. John Randall dropping the hammer. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away.
Now Osborne to return it.
And there he goes again. Touchdown, Washington. 72 yards on the punt return.
And the Commanders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Well, what a game for him. He hits for the return cycle, so to speak. He had the kick return. Now the harder part, just got the punt return for a touchdown.
Imagine that the special teams coach, as the ball left the punter's foot, he was thinking, should have kicked away from it.
Yeah.
Should have kicked away from it. He's in a groove, and sometimes you hit those grooves or those zones in a game, and he's in one now. He's in perfect sync with his teammates blocking, and he knows how to find the end zone.
Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6.
This one fielded at the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 2nd and 11 now. Fitzpatrick. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Trent McDuffie with a pick.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you or what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? and he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And it's fielded at the 34. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. They'll run up the middle with Campbell. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
McPherson on for the point after.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them in plus territory. Excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. They'll find his running back. It's Emmitt Smith. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Fitzpatrick again. And my goodness, another interception. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Fitzpatrick. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
And that's another
play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Dancing to his left. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Eluding the pressure right. And now here's another interception.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team who puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling this team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.